Hello, my name is Saeed El-Haddad. I'm a professor of networking at Cybersecurity. I'm a full-time professor at City State Community College and an adjunct professor at City State University. What jobs are out there? There are a plethora of jobs in cybersecurity or cybersecurity related. I want to kind of clarify something that, to be honest with you, that cybersecurity, there is no such thing as cybersecurity by itself. There is computer networking cybersecurity. Computer networking cybersecurity. So a cybersecurity analyst spends a great deal of time capturing, monitoring, analyzing logs and network traffic and making decisions. For instance, a cyber analyst, usually the first thing they do in the morning after having their cup of coffee is looking at their SIMs, analyzing the log and make decisions from there. He or she need to look at the log and see if this network traffic normal or abnormal. If it's abnormal, that means we may have a malware, or maybe we are under attack, maybe DDoS attack, or any type of attack. So he needs to collect, analyze, and make decision. Again, cybersecurity analyst job is collect log, analyze log, make decisions after. The two most common skills that are not usually covered at what we call it in higher education. The first one is soft skills. Yes, you get a student that technically savvy, that very good, but they lack soft skill. And soft skill, by the way, is something that we all can learn. I'm not saying that you cannot learn this. You can learn it. Soft skill is how to communicate with your co-workers, how to communicate with your supervisor, how to report something, how to behave in a meeting, how to present something. That is a skill that is also important, because if you discover a vulnerability or exploit, your management would like you to present to them what did you do and what is the impact. So your soft skill, it's very important. Don't get me wrong. As a geek, I know that geeks, they don't like to talk to anybody. They like more computers, talking to computers than talking to humans. I'm pretty familiar with that. The second important thing that I often see lacking in a great deal of universities programs is the hands-on learning. A good number of universities out there, they focus solely on lecture and old legacy teaching method, which it does not work in cybersecurity. You see, learning cybersecurity is like what do you call it? It's like a pilot. A cybersecurity analyst, it's like a pilot. You cannot listen to a lecture or read a book and go and fly 747. The same thing for cybersecurity. You cannot just listen to a presentation or read a book and you're ready to protect organization. You need to spend, universities and you need to spend really as much time as you can learn by doing. I am a great fan of a really a well-known Chinese proverb, which says, when I hear, I remember. When I see, I forget. And when I do, I learn. So learning is really very important. So learning by doing is the most important thing you need to know. Currently, according to what you call it, to U.S. Labor Departments in the U.S. and worldwide, currently there are over 4 million jobs in the world that are open, and they've been open for months, if not years, looking for somebody to fulfill that job. But they're not enough. There is really a shortage of cybersecurity expert in what you call it today in the labor market. Now the question: can a cybersecurity analyst perform his job and his task from Morocco or anywhere in the world? Does he have to be physically within that organization to do that? Not necessarily. There are plethora of jobs out there that that allow you to perform your job without really being physically there. As a matter of fact, it's the nature of what we do. I mean, the tool that we use, the SIMs, the firewall, the IDSs, all those are nothing but tools like that collect logs, and we can access them and collect data and analyze them and make decisions anywhere, no matter where that network is. You don't have to be physically in that network or in that location in order to perform that task or that job. So cybersecurity analyst job can be done remotely from anywhere. The most important question that I often receive from my student, new prospective student, hey professor, computer is not my things, all right? I am a carpenter, I am an electrician, I am musicians, I'm major in theater. Do you see, is it true, do you see an opportunity for me in cybersecurity? The real answer that I always give them, you know what? You can come from any background to cybersecurity. What's important is the 3 Ps that I usually remind my students. How passionate are you about this new career? How bad do you want this career? How much time are you willing to invest in what we call in this career? The second P that I always tell them is what we call is persistence. Once you get into this career, things does not work. Right? You need to spend a great deal of time doing the same thing again in order for it to work. It does not work. As a matter of fact, I usually joke with them and tell them it's not networking. The true name is not networking cybersecurity, is not working cybersecurity. And it is your job to make it work. If it's working, nobody needs you. So the 3 P that I said, one is passion. You have to be very passionate. Second is persistence, again, and passion. Right? Really, you have to be passionate about it. So passion, persistence, passion, and persistence. Those are the requirements in general. What you want, how bad you want it, and how hard are you willing to work to get that job that you want. The question is, how long does it take for somebody without technical background to make it to get the required skill in order to secure a job? There is not straight answer to that. It really depends again on the student, on his or her dedication, on her passion, and how much time he or she spent doing. You know, if you choose cybersecurity just because another career, just because somebody told you, just because your friend, your mother, your father told you, and you're doing it in a way that you're not into it, it will not work for you. You have to be really, very passionate about it. You really need to want it so bad. If you worked very hard, if you spend a great deal amount of time, I see in 6 months or a year, you can definitely secure a job in cybersecurity. If there is anything that I wish I knew before I chose cybersecurity, is it's not your background. You can't do it. It's very difficult. It's very hard. Not for you. It's for somebody that is somebody that is really, really good at math. Somebody's really, really good at engineering tasks. Somebody's really good at physics. So since it's not your background, therefore you're not going to succeed. And that is a true lie. Right. Nobody can tell you what you can and cannot do. Only you can decide what you can and cannot do. If I listened to those people, I would not be here today where I am right now.